Hey guys, Dr. Decks here. Today I want to talk to you about 5 things you need to know before building a deck. So I'm not going to go super detailed on these videos. It's really important that you get out there and try your own research. There's several books you can check out at the library, or obviously you can go to the internet. There's a plethora of stuff on the internet. Lots of information. I'll be reverting back to that a little bit as we go along. So these are just a starter list for you. Write them down and check them out, and then go out there and find that information you're looking for before you start building. So hey, if you like this video, please don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. All right, the first thing that you should know before building a deck is you should have a plan or a design. Usually, I always have a design and a plan when I'm building a deck. It really helps move things along. It tells you exactly where the footings are located, where the joists are located, where the beams are located, so on and so forth. Keeps you on point. So the first thing you should have is a plan. Number 2 thing that you need to know before building a deck, know your footing size. Know the type of footing you're going to use. For example, we use a lot of hand dug and poured concrete footings, but we also use technology but we also use a technology called helical piles. Depending on the type of build and how accessible the site is will determine the type of footings that we use. Because our load capacities are bigger in Washington State, we have to use a larger footprint. So a lot of our footings have to be sized accordingly. Sometimes I have an engineer help me. It just depends on the size of the footings. There's also information out there on the internet that you can find about footing size. So number 2, make sure you have the proper size footings and you have the proper amount of footings. The third thing you should know before building a deck is what type of framing should I use? The size of the framing, the span of the framing. There's several span charts on the internet that can help you figure out. Go to decks.com or some other span chart, just type in lumber span chart. You can look up the type of lumber that you're going to use for your region. Where I live, we use a lot of pressure treated hemlock. So we would find a species chart for pressure treated hemlock, and then depending on the size of the joist, the span of the joist, how close on center the joists are, will determine how far you can span those joists. Also, you need to know how to span the size of your beams according to how many posts and footings that you have. Everything has to be loaded correctly. So you got to make sure that you're doing your research to make sure that you get those lumber spans proper. The fourth thing you need to know before building a deck is what type of decking should I use? We use a lot of AZEK and TimberTech products. Most every single deck that we build is either PVC or cap composite. Most of my clients want a low maintenance, easy to use product that maybe you have to clean once a year, and it's easy to install and it's easy to maintain. So for us, I suppose decking would be mostly PVC. I prefer AZEK brand. That's the one I use the most. To me, it's the perfect product. I like to bend deck boards. I like to do a lot of different stuff. Again, subsequent videos will come along with some of the more of the information, but you gotta know what type of decking to use, and then you need to know how to span accordingly for that deck board. And finally, the 5th thing that you need to know before building a deck, do I need railing or not? Well, most international building code states if your deck is over 30 inches off the ground, it's required that you have railing. What type of railing should you use? Well, I use a lot of product called Regal Ideas. It's an aluminum rail system. They have aluminum picket and aluminum glass. They also have a beautiful crystal rail product. So give them a check. Take a look at their products and see if that might be a fit for you. You can do lots of wood railings, but you gotta make sure that it's code compliant. So do your research. Most rail systems, you're not allowed to have more than a 3 1/15, 16th inch gap in between any space. The railing has to be at least 36 inches off the top of the deck to be considered a safety rail. In certain jurisdictions, in commercial applications, and in Canada, it has to be 42 inches tall. So just depending on where you live and your city ordinance, which I definitely suggest you check with, could be the answer that you need to what type of railing to use. Alright guys, so that's just 5 things that you need to know before building a deck. Check out our other videos because we're going to do 5 more, I'm sure, in the near future. So thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. Comment below if you like this video, and don't forget to like our videos. Thanks for watching guys. Have a great day.